Hello, hello. How are you? Happy Thursday and happy first day of spring. It was so gray and yucky this morning, but never fail. The sunshine has come out. So hop on, say hello, hashtag sunshine, and let's just chit chat while I put on a little bit of makeup. Put my face together. I've curled my hair and now I need to do something with it. All right, let me get this sprinkled out super quick. How are y'all? Oh, I'm so excited. So excited. Okay, so there's a very important question up there. Did you see it? Did you see the important question? Because we talk about this every year. And I need to know. I need to know. Hi, how are you? When you hop on, say hello. If you are new, welcome. Drop the word new and tell us where you are tuning in from. I would love to know. I just think that's super cool. There we go. There we go. All right, perfect. Hi, how are you? All right, let me put my hair back because, you know, that's just a little crazy. It's going to look fine when I do something with it. Just not going to look fine while I'm doing my makeup. How are y'all? Yay! Hello, Deborah. Happy first day of spring, my friend. So happy about it. So happy. Even though it is cold. But we knew that was going to happen. We knew it. It happens every year. Tries to trick us. Tries to trick us. I'm going to try very hard not to look at all of that. Not to get distracted while I do my makeup. I don't know if I can or not. We'll see. Uh-oh. You've had a day today. Girl, I did too. Let me just say, I had to get out early this morning, which I never leave early in the morning unless I just have to. Let me tell you the one thing I don't miss. Morning traffic at 7 a.m. Wow. That's insane. So insane. Yeah, now, okay, Deborah. So, to me, winter white is totally different. Thank you, baby. I am talking like white pants, white shoes, white sandals, white. I'll tell you what I do here in a minute, but I want to know what y'all do. And over the years, some of my friends have changed their minds because, you know, we were all taught the same as Southern women, that you wait till Easter. It just is and is. But I want to know what y'all do. Throw in my supplements. Yeah, I think winter white is completely different, and that's okay. Yeah. But you know, it is a thing. At least it is. Is it a thing in the north, or is it just in the south? Is this like all over? I feel like it's a southern thing. I don't know, though. All right, let's get down to the nitty gritty while I make my Trim Fit drink. So, my foundation, I call it the Fabulous Four. That sale is still going on. It's the whole month of March. If you need a foundation, a concealer, a setting powder, a primer, anything like that, now is the time to get it. Because it's free shipping, you get a discount, all the things. huge discount. And just say Thursday in the comments. We're going to keep it simple again. So Thursday for that. I will post I will pin my links here in a minute. But the free gift today is, super excited about this, y'all. Super excited because you can get all your foundation needs. You ready? Drum roll. Blah, 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 blah. The Rose palette for free. So not only do you get all of your complexion, you get this free. So now you have a full face. Look at that. Is that not gorgeous? Can you tell I love the rose? It's so pretty. And it goes with everything. It goes with every eye color. It's perfect. And I will tell you, these last a very long time. I use these all the time. These have lasted for over a year. Check that out. Okay. So when you hop on, say hi. Tell me where you're tuning in from. If you're new, welcome. Drop the word new so we can say hi to you. I'm going to do powder foundation today, but I am going to do a little bit, which I don't normally do. I'm going to do a little concealer today because I had a lady message me and asked me to do that today. And she asked me if she could wear the concealer under the powder foundation. Absolutely. Absolutely. But now look, I only put one little drop of concealer in the corners. I don't do it all under my eyes, and let me show you why. The big thing about concealer is 9 times out of 10, we wear too much of it. But look how far that one drop goes from the corner. And the reason I do it in the corner and then tap it toward my nose is because that means I'm going to get less concealer underneath my eye, because that's where you don't want very much, okay? You don't want a lot of heavy concealer under your eye, because that is what is going to accentuate fine lines, wrinkles, all the things. You just want it to brighten and kind of soften that area. So start at the outside corner and tap your way in. Don't drag it. Just tap it in. Now this particular concealer has skincare built in, so it is really, really good for your skin. It is very hydrating. It is not going to dry out. It's not going to get cakey or anything throughout the day. But you know, I'm just tapping. That skin under there is super, super thin, so you don't want to drag anything underneath there. And obviously, if you need a little more or whatever, this is what I suggest. Take your brush, tap a little bit on your brush, tap it on your towel, and then tap it on your face. Again, you want as little product as possible. Now, if you want to brighten your T-zone, you can do like a little bit right here. Obviously, I go around my nose and then the corners of my mouth, because hormonally, that's where women have the most redness, is right there. But again, I'm just going to tap it. So this morning when I had to get out and do all of my early morning errands that I do not normally do, I'm telling y'all, road rage is real. And I'm not sure that I wouldn't be one of them, because people can't drive. And then, oh my gosh, y'all, like 3 drops of water came out of the sky. You would have thought the flood had come. These people went crazy. Crazy, I tell you. Then, of course, there was a wreck. Then, of course, everybody got piled up. And then it was on. I didn't have to go very far, thank goodness. But if I had to do the whole commute thing all day, every day, like back and forth like I used to do, they say you get more and more patient as you age. Not with driving. It must go somewhere else, because I'm telling you, driving is not it. I love to drive my car and I love to get out, but that whole morning traffic situation is bleh. That's for the birds. I would do what I do right now just to not have to do morning traffic. I'm telling you. Hello, Abby. How are you? Oh, thank you. It is a dress. It is one of my favorite dresses. And it has cute little splits. Let me show you. Look, Abby. You'll like this. These cute little splits. It's very flowy. But I love the splits in it. I just had to show you. And, you know, it makes you feel very girly, very pretty. Thank you, baby. Hey, how you been? How you doing? All right, let's get our foundation on. Now, normally, because this was a request by a lady that follows me for me to do concealer and the liquid concealer and then my powder foundation. Normally, I would do powder foundation as my concealer in a lighter color. That's what I recommend. And then my regular color now. But you can do it either way. So if you like liquid concealer, you like the one you have, all of that, you can definitely wear this powder foundation on top of it. It's not going to make it dry out or anything like that, because this particular powder foundation is made with shea butter, so it doesn't have any talc in it. Oh, I'm using the wrong color. Hold on. That's going to brighten everything up. Look at that. I did that last time too. That's actually my concealer color. But it doesn't have any talc in it. So, it's going to keep your face hydrated because it has shea butter in it. So it won't dry anything out, is what my point was. Right, Abby? That is a plus, sister. Yeah, and the splits are only in the front. They don't go, like, they're not front and back. They're just in the front. So, yeah, you're fully covered. I feel like when I get a dress like this, I'm very comfortable wearing this one to church because it doesn't have the splits in the back. You know what I mean? It's only in the front. And even when I sit down, so it's not split in the front. Even when I go to sit down, even when I cross my legs, the split is still just right here. And even on this side, unless you just really wanted to see it, you could do it just like that. And so you really don't, it's just comfortable. It's just enough. You know what I mean? But yeah, any dress like this that I feel like I can wear to church, I'm good with. It's a perfect Easter dress because you get the spring vibe and the flowiness from it. All right, Abby, did you, tell me, do you wait to wear white on Easter, or do you start wearing white today, the first day of spring? I proposed this question because it was asked of me today, and I never even thought about people wearing white on beginning on the first day of spring, because I was always taught that you only wore your white shoes and your white dresses and your white pants and all of that from Easter to Labor Day, basically. Oh, thank you. It's my flowy style. But I still don't wear white until Easter Sunday. Now, a lot of the friends I have that are my age, they're like, I'm over it. If I want to wear my white, I'm going to wear my white. And then we proposed the question, do white jeans count? I think they count, but they don't think they count. I wouldn't wear white jeans either. Y'all, this powder foundation is incredible. It is so super lightweight. It is completely buildable. You can do it as a light coverage, or you can build it up to a full coverage. But it doesn't matter which one you go with. It totally feels like there's nothing on my face. And you can use this as a setting powder as well. And a lot of my ladies get this as a setting powder because it doesn't have any talc in it, and it's not going to dry your skin out, and it's going to keep your skin hydrated. So it's a much better choice. But if you're interested and you need recommendations, you can always message me directly. Just say color match in the comments, and we'll talk about it. Oh, that's going to be beautiful, Abby. I know, it's so exciting. So excited. You know, I really envy all of y'all that do the whole maternity shoots and the gender reveals and all of that. When I had babies, we didn't do any of that. And I don't even know why we didn't even think about it. And the funny thing is, okay, so like the whole gender reveals and all of that, me and Kirk were talking about this the other night, which is super strange because A, there's no way we can have children. No, and number two, we would not have children at this age anyway, but I never wanted to know what I was having. I didn't want to know if it was a boy or a girl. To me, it's the last surprise left on earth. And I just thought it was really cool if you didn't find out. So I probably wouldn't have done a gender reveal anyway. But maybe that's why we didn't do it. Because I have a lot of friends that were that way too. They didn't want to know either. I don't know. So many things changed over the years. I think it's super cool. But Kirk said he wouldn't have wanted to know either. So we probably wouldn't have done one. I would have done a maternity shoot though. I would have done maternity pictures. I think those are just, it just really captures the moment of love and excitement and all the things that are, you know, happening, and it shows your children later, not that they wouldn't know, but it's going to show them later that, you know, even as much as you tell them, we prayed for you and we love you and we were so excited for you and all of that. I don't know, a picture tells a story. And so to have those pictures to say, look, you know, mom and dad, you know, did these pictures or whatever because we wanted to remember this time as well. I just think that's super special. So I can't wait to see them, Abby. I said all that to say I can't wait. Okay, so I take this kind of beige here and put it all over. And then I'm going to take this brown and do it in the corner for a little bit. Exactly. Healthy baby. Because, you know, I'm going to love it regardless. But I did want a boy and a girl. And I did, for whatever reason, if I had to pick, I would have wanted the boy first, only because I'm an only child, and so I would have wanted a big brother. I think that's probably why I wanted a boy first. That way he could take care of his sisters. However, Kirk and I have both said that if we had had a little girl, she would have been bad. Not bad as in like get in trouble bad, like tough as nails bad. I mean, she would have been a tough little cookie. But I have to tell you, the two girls I have, they tough cookies. I also wanted twins. I thought it would have always been really cool to have twins. Oh, please. Yes, yes, yes. Please tag me. Oh, they're going to be fantastic. And I love it that, I mean, I don't know that I would have, I mean, I guess sometimes you just do photo shoots, maternity shoots just for the moms or whatever. But I think it's so special that, you know, the dads are part of it. Especially when they want to be part of it. I think that's just really, it's just a really special time. And I don't think any of my children did photo shoots either. They might have. I don't think so. I don't think so. All right, I just clean up the corners when I do my dark one. When you clean up your makeup, just make sure that you do it really lightly and you go upward. Okay, because you don't want your eye to be to go downward. You want it all to go upward, especially as you get older. Everything droops anyway, so you want to go up, not down. Bring as many things up as we can. Okay, so now I'm going to use the favorite, which is this rose gold right here. But here's a little trick. When you want to put your accent color, like any kind of sparkle, any kind of glow, any kind of thing like that, one of the best things you can do is get the right brush for one. well, we'll use this one. Okay, you just want to take like a regular eyeshadow brush. I'm going to use rose water, but you can use regular water. And what you want to do is you want to spray. Let me do it this way because my laptop's over there. You don't want to get it wet. You just want to get it damp. And that way it will pick up this pigment, this color. Just like that. And then you want to press it on your eye where you want that particular vibrant color. I do it a lot with gold, but with the rose gold, look how pretty that is. And it's so much better doing it that way. I really need a different brush. You need a more dense brush. I like these better, I think. That one's too fluffy. Never thought I'd say that something's too fluffy. But you want to just kind of press it on there like that. And look how much more open my eye is when we put that little bit of shimmer or sparkle. Again, we're not going to look like disco balls. And I have a very hooded eye, so you're not going to see a whole lot of it anyway. But anytime you put a little bit of shimmer on your eye, it makes it more open feeling eye, or open looking. But the rose water or regular water, it doesn't matter. I just happen to have my rose water here, so that's what I use. And I only go about halfway on each side. But see how hooded this eye is compared to this one? So you think maybe you've put too much on, but not when you have a hooded eye. Because you really want to be able to see it. And then a little bit right there in the corner. Again, when you get your mascara on, it won't be, you might look at that and go, whoo, that's too much. It's not too much. I promise. Because when you get your mascara on, it's really going to tone that down. Okay, so then I go back with the original beige looking one. And I'm just going to blend the top. And see how it just blended that just a little bit? It gave it a more blended look compared to this one. You don't want to mix all your colors together because then you just end up with kind of like mud. But I don't particularly like them truly separated. Like you're like, oh, well, there's the brown and there's this and then there's that. I want them to look more ombre. So when you go back with this right here, okay, then you can take your original one with the brown. There's plenty on your brush. You don't have to go back. And there we go. Now we have this kind of brown, beige, rose ombre effect. And we're all good to go. All right, let's do a little bronzer. If you're just hopping on, hi. If you're on the replay, drop the word replay. And tell us where you are tuning in from. It's so fun to find out. And I want to know, even if you're on the replay, I want to know if you wait until Easter to wear white. Or do you start wearing white on the first day of spring? That is the burning question, my friend. That is it. I'm glad the sun came out, even though it's cold. I am glad it's not raining, though. My mom went out for a little while today. She had a doctor's appointment this morning. And then she's going to go to the grocery store. What a blessing. That woman is 80. Well, I guess she'll be 82 next month in April. Still drives, still takes herself to the doctor, still does everything herself just like she'd be 42 instead of 82. Oh, love it. But I have to tell you, I worry about it. It's kind of like, you know, Abby, you'll get this way, but when you have a child and all of a sudden they get their driver's license and they're like, and you know they can drive and you know that you still worry about them until they come home. That's how I feel about my mother. I know she's good. I know she can take care of herself. I know all of that. But, you know, I'm just kind of waiting for her to get back home. It's so crazy how that kind of turns around in life. She worried about me, and now I worry about her. All right, a little highlight. This week has flown by, y'all. Can't believe it's Thursday. Almost Friday. Yeah, I know I talk about this a lot because it's just kind of my life right now. The whole March Madness basketball started at 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock, something this morning. I went into the house a while ago. He has 3 TVs going. I'm like, I gotta find somewhere to go for the next 10 days. I love basketball and I do want to watch it, but you know. It's a little cray-cray. All right, let's curl our lashes. Oh, I forgot to sit on my mascara. Your mascara does a whole lot better if you warm it a little bit before you put it on. I usually put mine underneath my leg or whatever. If you're in the bathroom, you can put it in a little bit of warm water. What am I looking for? Oh, this. And the reason it does better when it's warmed is because it warms up the wax that's in the mascara itself. And so it's going to go on a whole lot better. Plus, you won't get all the clumps and all of that. It's just a much smoother application. All right, I think I'm going to put a little pink lippy on today. Let's do that while my mascara is warming. I think I'm going to do what I did the other day. I did a lip liner and then just a little bit of my lip mask, kind of like a gloss. The lip liner I use literally stays on until you take it off. You're talking 12, 14 hours. Eat, drink, be merry, all the things. So I really like that look. Oh, that's awesome. Yay. That makes me happy. I'm not going to kid with you. most of my girlfriends, right there. Warms it up super quick. Real quick. Hot mamas. Hot mamas. But I usually just put it under my leg. Okay. Let's do our lippy. If you don't want to wear a lipstick necessarily and you like a gloss or whatever, this is a great way to get a little bit of color on your lips. Without wearing a lipstick. Also, if you want your lips to look fuller, use a gloss. If you want that fuller lip, then put something glossy on, whether it be a lip mask or a true gloss or something like that. But you can still put color on. Like, I have a very, very small upper lip. All right, baby. Love you, Abby. Thank you, babe. And this way you can also get whatever shape lip you want first. I will tell you, try not to smile too big when you put your lip liner on, because you're not going to walk around 90% of the time like this. So you're going to walk around with basically no smile, not, you know, hateful or whatever, but when you talk or whatever, you're not going to have that big smile. Like if you do and then put your liner on, it's not going to look as natural. So leave your lips natural and then put your liner on, and it will look more natural throughout the day. And then when you smile, it'll just be a natural liner and smile along with that. So that's another little tip. Another little tip. All right, let's do a little lip mask. I would normally put a lip plumper probably on, or a gloss. But see, even without a lip plumper, look how much fuller my lips look with just a gloss instead of a matte lipstick. Just a little tricky. I thought I heard something. All right, let's put our mascara on and finish this look up. All right, don't forget. Oh, let me do that right quick. Let me, pin my links for you super quick. Again, if you're interested in anything, you just drop the word Thursday. If you need a color match, or you need help building a bundle, anything like that. If this will come up. Also, the link to my podcast is on there as well. A brand new episode loaded this morning. It is super powerful. This was one of my favorites I did. Hold on, I got this fan in my face. So hard to talk and do mascara at the same time. Pretty powerful podcast. It was about not shrinking ourselves anymore as women in general. You know. Because we do. We shrink ourselves sometimes. So my point with that was I didn't stop shrinking yourself and step into your power and be who you are meant to be. There we are. Hey, Tracy, how are you? Happy Thursday, my friend. Happy spring. Y'all, I am so ready to plant my garden. Play with my flowers, all the things. There we go. There we go. Oh, let me tell him this real quick. All right, let's get this done real quick, and then we will be all done. Mama, she's back.
Well,
You can just lay it there.
okay.
Everything good?
Yep.
All right, perfect.
I hadn't got my blood stuff back, but whatever.
Oh, I'm live. You want to come say hi?
Oh, no, haha. I gotta go put the groceries up.
All right, bye. She's so cute. Oh, thank you, babe. All right, there we go. That is it. Hey, Christy. I know. Mom said, I'm out. When I do my other videos and all that kind of stuff, I'm like, come say hi. And she's like, not her thing. All right, my friends. That is it. I've got to do something with this hair. So it doesn't look as wild, maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Don't forget the foundation. My Fabulous 4 is still... Oh, thank you, Cindy. Thank you so much. It's still on sale. So if you need a color match or you need to figure out how to put a bundle together, all you have to do is message me directly or drop the word Thursday. The free gift today and tomorrow is the beautiful rose gold eyeshadow palette that I used today. It's this one. You get this free with any bundle. And you can make your own bundle. It doesn't have to be one that I've put together. Thank you. Y'all are so sweet. Y'all are going to make me cry. We're all beautiful. We're all beautiful. But anyway, this is your free gift. And I still have my skincare bundle, all of that. It's pinned there. Don't forget the podcast is also pinned there as well. I try very hard. Now, I talk a lot, obviously, and I do... lives are usually longer than normal, but my podcasts are always less than 20 minutes. So I feel like that's a good thing. You know, you got time maybe at lunch or riding down the street or just taking a few minutes, you know, whatever. 20 minutes, I think, is a perfect kind of time frame. So don't forget to check that out. I think they're really good. And today's was really powerful. Today's was one of my best ones. So check that out. Don't forget to sign up for my email and my blog. I love y'all. Happy first day of spring. It's going to be a great season. See you next time.